It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighbor. Will you be mine? Will you be mine? Will you be my neighbor? Hello, neighbor. How you guys doing in YouTube world? This is Troy from CUBN. How you guys doing? Huh? What's on the news today? What is on the news and reviews today? We got a lot of rumors of wars going on. A lot of people following what the government wants them to do. Now that's a decision that we can make or don't make, who knows, but it's odd how this is all happening. We get sick. Nowadays when we get sick, we gotta go through a process. Before when we get sick, it was like just nothing, but now we get sick, oh, it's a process now. This epidemic is becoming a non-epidemic, and it's becoming more of a media explosion. So how you guys doing out there? What's going on in your side of the world? Your side of the world. What is going on? If you turn the news off, what happens? Nothing. Literally nothing. All you got is people that listen to the news, and then they get all. I mean, it's a competition. I mean, ring your doorbell. Well, it's a competition that you guys got to go through, in life. You got everybody trying to compete on who can get the best news out there. The more drastic the news is, the more you guys, want to listen to it. But you guys got to try to find out what is true and what is not true. I mean, seriously, if you guys turn off all the news, you guys would basically have nothing going on. I mean, the world would be the exact same as it is. Before it was all about just kind of like straightforward things in the news. But now it's all about pretty much guessing, and they're just guessing what's going to happen. Hearsay, speculation, and all that in the news. But, what's going on in your actuality is nothing. I mean, you can literally turn the news off and go your normal time, normal day without worrying about nothing. Is that wrong to not listen to the news? Well, we're brainwashed to thinking it is. If you don't listen to the news and you're not informed, well then, hey. Why can't the news be more at a point where we're just listening to see what is new happening in the world, What is new? What's on the agendas of everybody's minds? Instead of getting people to be afraid of their shadow. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite thing to do? What you like to do when you go outside? What's your hobbies? Who did what? Who did this? Who did that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically, nothing really is happening in the news. I mean, you got all these rumors of wars going on. That's just what it is, basically. Everybody's trying to say that there's going to be war. And we don't see any of that. Until there's an actual explosion or somebody gets shot, then, then it's something's up. Something's happening. You gotta let that just get worried about. I mean, it's like if I say something and you don't do your investigation, then what happens is you believe in what I say. And if I get a bunch of viewers that are listening to me and believing in what I'm saying, well, I'm going to adventure off even more to that. I'm going to explode to the point I can get people to watch me just to, lie to everybody. Because nobody's doing their research. Nobody's understanding what is happening in the world. There's a lot of things and communities and things going on that, that we just don't understand why. I mean, everybody's brainwashed to the point where they're shutting down churches. You can have a church and then it's a gathering. So now they're at a point where you're not allowed to gather anymore. And what communities gather? Let's see, churches gather. All kinds of social events is basically shut down because you're not supposed to be talking with one another because you might have a disease. So apparently the decision that your decision to make gets shut down, and the government takes over that decision to make. Why? Oh, why is that important? That you got to be shut down. Why is that important? Well, if someone's sick and they go in there, everybody else will be sick. So it's only a no-brainer that everybody's going to be sick. So, oh man, I'm out of gas. So, before, if you were sick, it wasn't a big deal. If you had any kind of germs, it wasn't a big deal. But for some reason, it's a big deal now. Why is it a big deal? I mean, it's a decision that we made before and we took care of it, Now everybody's freaking out when they're sick, that they're all flooding the hospitals and stuff. It's all because of the news. I mean, it's not rocket science. You got a sniffle, you got to go to the hospital. Millions of people go to the hospital, they got a sniffle. And then everybody's going to get sick because all the sick people are going to go to the hospital. Before, when you were sick, you stood home and took your medicine and you got better. Now, when you're sick, you freak out, you go to the hospital. And then you affect everybody that's there. Everybody else gets sick. Everybody in the hospital starts getting sick. And that's an epidemic right there. Germs getting carried all over the place. I mean, it's like reality check, That's just common sense. That's just how life is, You get sick, you stay home, you take care of yourself. When you get really, really bad, then you go to the emergency. But nowadays, you get a sniffle, you go to the hospital, you infect everybody at the hospital with the sniffle. And everybody gets sick all one time. And that they call an epidemic. That's an epidemic to them. To the government, that's an epidemic. That's an epidemic. So now you're getting everybody sick, getting the old people sick, getting the young people sick. Because you caused an epidemic. Caused a manufactured epidemic that was already out there, but you just figured out a way to boost it up even more. I mean, it's not rocket science. You're sick, stay home, take care of yourself. That's how we used to always do things. Now when we're sick, we go into the hospital, affecting everybody there. If anything, the flu should have been way worse this year's, because now you're infecting more than what you used to infect back then. Because back then, when you were sick, you stood home. Like I said, it was no scare. The government didn't scare everybody. Just tell everybody they gotta go to the hospital. Now that the government is scaring everybody to go to the hospital, when people get sick, they get the flu, they go to the hospital, and then bam, everybody else start getting sick. Doctors get richer, medical field gets richer. Follow the money. That's where it usually is at. When the medicines start getting to a point where it helps and cures everybody, then our lives become, at a pace where we can control whatever germ or disease we have with the medications. I mean, that's how the pharmaceuticals and all that make their money. That's how they make money. It's off of that. But after time goes by, everybody's taking care of themselves, and it gets to a point where they no longer need to have that. And if the field is getting to the point where it's overwhelmed, then they no longer need those helping medicines and stuff, because people already know how to control their sickness. So now you invent another type of germ to go in there and then cause you to get sick to a point where you have to go to the doctors and stuff because you're really sick. Is that all a mind thing though? Is that something that they came up with to get the majority of people that's sick to go to the hospital to get everybody else sick? So you're bound to get sick if you go to the hospital because everybody's freaking out. Freaking out the community, you basically control the flow of medicine. If your medicine and all that stuff weren't making that much money off of it, if you make up some type of thing that goes on, then you can boost that up by ridiculous amounts. So I don't know, it's like if you look at it, everybody was perfectly fine. I mean, everything was okay. People got sick, they got okay. But then whenever they mentioned the word, then they basically, damn it, I'm gonna be out of gas. Yeah, so it's like a little bit of a no-brainer. You gotta choose your battles. If you're sick, stay home. Take medicine. If you go to the hospital, the chances of you getting more sick is you're highly gonna get more sick if you go to the hospital. Because it's where everybody goes when they're really sick. Nowadays, everybody's going there just to go there because they think that they're really sick. Before, it used to have 1 or 2 people go there. Now you got a flock of people going there. So it gets to a point where everybody is trying to help out themselves. I gotta put gas in my truck because I am out of gas. Out of gas. Who's out of gas? I'm out of gas. I'm out of gas, people. I am out of gas. Putting gas in my tank, putting gas in my tank, putting gas in my tank, putting gas in my tank. Gotta get that needle a little bit over that line so that way I can put gas in the gas station that I need to put gas in. What's up? What's up, YouTubers? What's up? What you guys doing? What's on your mind? What's on the plans? You gotta go to work. Running late. Car needs washing. House needs washing. I'm gonna try to get someone to help me out clean the house because the house is a disaster. I got kids. I got me. And that's it. So you gotta do everything. You gotta do housework. You gotta do inside, outside, garage. Take care of the yard. That's full-time work right there. Full-time work. So yeah, where was we? Talking about your health. You know, you take care of yourself. Take your vitamins. You know, learn how to eat right and take care of your body. Don't let yourself go. Right now, I am totally letting myself go. I'm not following, I'm not practicing what I'm preaching. And that causes me to get to a point in my life where it gets depressing. As soon as you guys stop being, stop taking care of you guys selves, then it gets to that point where you get depressed, I know you guys don't want to be depressed because it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks, you don't take care of your health, you get depressed. You guys don't want to be depressed. Worry, always all worrying all the time. Boring. You don't want a boring life. Go out there and do something exciting. Don't do the same thing over and over and over and over again. It just gets boring, stale. Do the same thing, like Eeyore. You guys ever heard of Eeyore? Eeyore, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, you guys want a life like that? Eeyore. Hi, how you doing? What is going on in the world today? The sun is out. Shining bright. My face is being attacked by the sun. Wow. Beautiful sun out there, guys. Beautiful sun. I'm gonna go work today and hustle and get this movement over here. And look at that sun. It's gorgeous sun. You can't look at the sun, but it's gorgeous. If you take a picture of the sun with your phone, then it'll actually see the sun. You guys can see it. All right, nice seeing you guys. All right, I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning. All right, give you some more news and stuff. All right.